Oh dear. All right, okay. I've just recorded half of this video and realized that the microphone wasn't even on. All right, let's start this again. So, yo. What is up, everybody? Welcome to Big K Crypto. Today is going to be the start of my weekly Sunday show. Okay. I haven't decided what I'm going to call it yet. Maybe like the Sunday swag show. I don't know. But whatever. I'm going to be doing a weekly show. In fact, if you've got a good name for the show, for a Sunday, vlog or whatever we're going to call it, whatever we're going to be doing, which is basically just discussing everything crypto, then put them in the comments below. It'd be great to see what your suggestions are. So yeah, so basically I collapsed into bed at about 4 o'clock in the morning last night. I've got like some kind of pinched nerve in my back. It's a real sharp pain that rushes right up my spine every time I move or I breathe. I think it's just too much sitting down at my desk, too much, looking at platforms, looking at smart contracts, looking at the comments, YouTube, trading, a whole combination of stuff. So I need to get that sorted. So I'm running on quite a few meds right now, quite a few very strong painkillers, hence some whiskey and black coffee. So, this video might come out a bit more interesting than the others. Maybe not. But yeah. So this is my Sunday show, guys. What are we going to talk about? I have no fucking idea yet. What I do know is that this video is going to be me just talking off the top of my head, going on maybe on some rants, going on some rambles, talking about what I'm really liking in the space at the moment, how things are going, kind of like a vlog of everything Big K Crypto, right? And what's going on in Big K Crypto's world. Now, it is Father's Day, so first of all, happy Father's Day to anybody that's celebrating Father's Day today. In fact, to all the dads out there, our job's not easy, but it's very damn rewarding, right? So, with that out of the way, I'm going to put my disclaimer again. I'm just going to keep it very short. This is not financial advice, guys. Anything that you see me do in this video and in all of my videos, it isn't financial advice. These are my own personal thoughts, opinions, and experiences. Now, those 3 words are going to be magic today. They're going to be coming up quite a lot. And for a good reason, just because I'm going to be commenting to a reply that I've had on one of my videos, but we'll leave that to the end. So what's been going on? Okay, so for me this week, YouTube has blown up. It's been awesome. I'm now at 121 subscribers. I think before Ethereum GOLD and I was doing all those videos, I was at, 30, 40, something like that. So first of all, big thank you to everybody who's subscribed to my channel so far. It's been a really cool journey. I've actually been really enjoying it. If you're new to my channel and you don't know what my channel is all about, I'll just quickly go to playlists here so you can see what we've got going on. We've got passive income platforms. So of course, anything passive income related. Okay. I should change this to platforms and smart contracts, but anyway, you get the idea. I've got a Bitcoin basic series and I spent quite a lot of time at the beginning of this kind of YouTube video journey, just kind of doing that because I know, there might be some people that are coming across my channel who are quite new to the crypto space. And, a lot of the stuff might be overwhelming for some people. I know certainly a lot of shit was overwhelming for me when I first started. So, if you're semi-new to this space or if you just want to learn or have a butcher's at my Bitcoin basic series, please do. It's quite good. I've quite enjoyed doing them. They have taken me quite a lot of time because they're not screen shared videos. I'm actually having to just kind of put lots of visuals on there because let's face it, who wants to hear my voice for 25 minutes? So that's that. Then I've got the how-to. So there's a mixture of these 2 kind of playlists in here. So a lot of how-to videos and finally just some sort of cryptocurrency trading playlist, which I've only got a couple of videos in there, but it's mainly kind of following my journey trading under the Oracle, especially. In fact, only because that is the only strategy that I do because it works. Which is something that we're going to go into as well a little bit in the video. So that's my channel, guys. And I actually remember a few weeks back, maybe even a month or so back, I was talking to Nobody right at the start of one of his live shows. I was having a chat with Nobody and saying, talking about how I was new into the space, or into the YouTube space, should I say, and how I've been kind of looking for my niche because I still didn't know what I want to kind of get out of this YouTube experience. I just kind of wanted to dive in, and that's mainly thanks to the Oracle, by the way. I mean, Oracle, if you're listening, big up, bruv. It was, best thing that I've done. Really appreciate the kind of push towards that. You inspired me to kind of get on and do these videos, and it's been incredible so far. So, I was kind of lost as to what niche I was kind of going towards, and I've kind of found, 2 little directions here. So, one's of course the kind of blockchain, Bitcoin education room, and of course the passive income. And passive income for me is a real big passion of mine because especially now we've seen them with the coronavirus, all right? We know it's ruined a lot of people's lives. You know, a lot of people have lost people close to them. I know that I've lost quite a few people close to me, which is very unfortunate. It's very sad. And, you know, I know there's a lot of people out there that, you know, on the internet, and they say, oh, you know, coronavirus is fake and it was created by the Chinese in a factory developing super bats, and, you know, or it's 5G in the towers, or it's the Illuminati. I don't know. I kind of like to stick my head in the sand sometimes, just because I'm never going to find out the truth, right? And I know a lot of people are on these conspiracy theory journeys and the zeitgeist movement and stuff. And I really, you know, I love that kind of stuff. And I love hearing people like, you know, like the Oracle and stuff talking about, you know, his take on the markets, things like that, and I really do believe all that kind of stuff for sure. But I don't like going down that rabbit hole and trying to search and figure it out for myself, because I know I'll never find the answers, right? So, but either way, I mean, the kind of result was the same. People were dying, okay? And that's the unfortunate and sad truth about the whole thing. And on top of that, spiraled other problems. Okay, and the problems were, you know, while people were dying, you know, a lot of the economy was suffering, and of course, you know, there's opportunities in everything as well, guys. You know, the stock market crashed, and it was a great time to get into stocks. But the angle that I want to kind of tackle or talk about right now is a lot of people lost their jobs. A lot of people got furloughed. A lot of people kind of went on like a real minimum wage, or just had no wage whatsoever, and that sucks, especially for all the people that are out there that have one career or they have one job, and they rely on that one source of income. And this is where I think people tend to go wrong. Or they're not going wrong, they just haven't opened their eyes to it. You need to have, and I've said this in a couple of other videos, you've got to have various sources of income. You can't just rely on one, because let's say somebody who's a, I don't know, barber, who owns a barber shop. You know, he's had to close his shop. He's had to not take clients because, of course, he's one-on-one with those clients. He doesn't want to take the risk. And he's not getting paid. So what happens in those sort of situations? People, especially if they haven't got savings, what do? They go and they take a loan out. And when they take a loan, you know, obviously they need that loan because they need to pay the mortgage, or they might take a mortgage holiday. And when they take a mortgage holiday, they will still have to pay that back, right? So whatever way you look at it, it's very easy to fall into this circle of debt, which again, I mentioned in one of my previous videos. And that circle of debt is horrible, because once you're in it, it's very, very, very difficult to get out. Even when you get your life back on track, even when you've got your job back and you're working again and whatever, you need to pay all that off. So forget any other kind of luxuries that you wanted to do with your family this year. You need, you know, like holidays, or even just buying some stuff or whatever. Your priority at that point is paying off your debts. You don't want to be in that position. So the idea is, guys, is you want to have a functional passive income stream that is coming in from 3, 4, 5, or 2, even just 2 different avenues, bringing you extra income, so you're not relying on your 9 to 5. And going through this coronavirus has just been a prime example of that. For me, I can't remember the last time I did a 9 to 5 job. In fact, I can, a good few years ago. But the minute, the time when because I was about to quit the whole crypto space, all right? I'd done trading, I'd studied trading for a long time, you know, all these technical analysis charts. And before that, I was studying altcoins and trying to see how I can profit with altcoins and buy, you know, the shit coins and sell the shit coins at a less shitter price. And all this shit, right? I mean, I remember I was waiting for one coin that was linked to satellites going to space that had some kind of connection to Elon. I don't know. Hope, right? Absolute hope, right? Like the Star Wars film, A New Hope. Hope that things will go your way. That is the biggest misconception of cryptocurrency. Everyone believes, well, everyone thinks when they first get into cryptocurrency, you can become a millionaire if you've got a lot of money back behind you and you're smart. Of course you can. But that goes to do with anything, right? But the crypto space is much more than that, right? I mean, of course, it's revolutionary, right? You've got the whole blockchain, which has changed the world, right? It's had such a huge impact, which we're not going to go into. But just the idea of cryptocurrencies since 2008, 2009, there's been so many different avenues that you can make money with. Okay, so that's why I'm sort of dedicating a channel to passive income with crypto, because there's so many different ways of doing it. Now, for me personally, I have quite a few different streams of income coming in. I've got my crypto trading, which I do, trained under the Oracle, which works great. I've got smart contracts and hypes that I go into here and there. Hypes a lot less now than I used to, but I am going to be looking at some new things soon, hopefully. And what else? I've got, things like forever platforms like Cash Effects, okay, which is giving me a dripper of income every Saturday. And all these are things that I've talked in previous videos and I've got videos for. So if anything like that pickles your fancy and you want to have a look at them, check out my videos for it. And of course, core compounding as well. Okay, Bitcoin and Ethereum core compounding, another one of Oracle's amazing strategies, and definitely check that out if you're interested in something like that. That's a super straightforward way of making money. It's amazing. And of course, I can do that with stocks as well. So I've got stocks and things on the side. I've got to actually sit here and think what else I have, right? Because it's my job at the beginning was to not just focus on one platform or one element of bringing in income. For example, trading. I loved the way Oracle done his videos on his trading and explaining the simplicity of it and just how good you can get at making money, right? And I wanted to do that and I wanted to learn that, and I'm so thankful that I did. It was one of the best things. In fact, it was the best thing I've learned in crypto in this whole time that I've been in the space, and I use it. But that's not my only income, because I like to have all my eggs in different baskets. You've all heard that saying, right? I don't want to go, oh no, when's my next paycheck coming in? Or, oh no, how am I going to pay that next bill? I want to say, oh, that's all right, hold on. This cash effects is going to pay me on Saturday. Also, that's a couple $100 there. Oh, what about that platform? Oh, awesome. I made about half a Bitcoin on this hype. I'll pull that out. Awesome. And that's the idea. I want these income streams just kind of flooding in from all different angles. It's so important. Again, as I keep bringing up the fucking COVID, right? Yes, it sucks, right? It really, fucked everything up. But there's a silver lining with everything, as we always know. Every cloud, there's a silver lining. And that silver lining could have been the moment where you've realized you've got to wake up and think, shit, I need to diversify. I need to have different sources of income coming in because I don't want to rely just on my 9 to 5 or whatever. So there's so many different elements to this, and I'm going to shut up now because I've just been ranting on about this too much, but I'm quite passionate about it, and I think it's very important for people to do and for people to strive to achieve. I'm not saying you have to put in 5-10 grand a month into different platforms and investments and things like that. No, start small. I didn't start big. My crypto journey, when I started trading, and obviously it goes from before that. If I start from the Oracle network's point of my life, when I learned how to trade from the Oracle and I had my consultation with him and I started to create an income, I think I only did that for about 3-4 months, just trading, learning, speaking to all the guys in the Discord, speaking to the Oracle in the Discord, watching how he's trading through his daily trade updates and all of that. I learned my craft there. I really did, and I didn't want to do anything else, to be honest, at that time, because I wanted to make sure I got every best bit of it. And I'm happy to say now that I'm very, very proficient. If I see that there's an opportunity to trade, boom, I put some money in bit 7 if it's not already in there, and I trade. Do that in half an hour, make a bit of money, awesome. Shove it to my Exodus wallet, cash it out to fiat, especially if it's a 4 or 5 grand win. I mean, I did about $4,500 trade the other week, so I cashed that out to fiat quicker than you can snap your fingers. And that's the idea. Then I did that. I was like, oh, awesome. Do you know what? A couple of weeks, unless I, see from DTU and I can see, and I look at the 6 hour, there's opportunities to really, jump on my trading. I'm not going to trade for a while. I'm going to jump on my YouTube and I'm going to really try and focus on building up videos here, because this is going to be another passive income stream for me, hopefully in the future. Yeah. So that's the way I think. That's my Sunday rant. That's my Sunday shit into the World Wide Web. But in all seriousness, guys, it's not shit. It's actual real advice. And it doesn't just apply to crypto. It applies to anything. Have more than one income. Don't rely just on that one thing, especially if you can find passive forms of income where you don't actually have to do a lot of work. You buy into a platform or into a smart contract. For example, Ethereum GOLD is an incredible example, which we'll talk about in a second. And you leave your money there, and it's going to just generate free money over time. And that's kind of, obviously a bit more complicated than that, but that's the idea of it. And that's what you guys, I think, should strive to achieve. Anyway, that's enough of me preaching on. Let's kind of go into what is going on at the moment. So I'm not going to look at anything other than, I'm only going to look at Ethereum GOLD today because that's been the theme of the week, to be quite fair with you. And it's here. So, oh wow, would you look at that? I didn't even know this, guys. We have now hit 3,700. I did a video a few days ago and I think we were at 3,400, something like that. All right, contract market cap of Ethereum in this, and we're now at 3.7. And that's, I think it was Crypto Guns, if you're listening, mate. You said something like 4,000 by the end of the month. We might hit 4,000 by the end of next week. Who knows? But yeah, this is growing amazingly. The buying price now is $2.07. And if you remember one of my last videos, I think it was at 188. And I even said to a lot of you guys, if you're on the fence about this, if you're thinking about buying in, but you're thinking, oh, but I could buy in at a cheaper price, If you bought in then when I said it, you would be laughing now. You would definitely have made back your 20% that comes out from, you know, dividend distribution, and you'd be whole plus more in profit. So that just goes to show, guys, that this isn't something that you want to sit on the fence for, but it's also something that you want to look into and you want to know how it works and things like that. And I've got other videos to that. I'm not going to go into any of that today. And if you've been following my channel and watching my videos, you should know how this works by now. So this is just the face of the brains that I keep calling it. And the brains is right here. Okay, this is your smart contract. And this is the beautiful thing about smart contracts that are verified, that are audited. Okay, and I don't care what any of you say, it is important. All right, it just shows professionalism, it shows reliability, it shows honesty, it shows hard work, it shows that these guys are fully committed. Any other platforms, and you might know what I'm talking about, and we're going to be talking about in a second, who aren't fucking verified, why come out in the first place without getting, and you're going to say, oh, but you know, to get it verified, it's just getting them to check your code and it's not really necessary. And I've seen a lot of this kind of bullshit excuses on Telegram. Well, do you know what? For the general public who might not know much about smart contracts, it's fucking bloody important, if you ask me. Yeah, when I come to this contract, I want to see this contract source verified. I want to know that it's been audited. If I'm putting my money into something, why the fuck would I put my money into something that hasn't got that? Now, I know you can say reasons for why it hasn't and things like that. And you know, we're going to talk about this in a bit when we get to that section of the video. But the point is, this is important. And this is what makes this platform, or this smart contract, should I say, so important. It's such a great investment because of the number of reasons that we've spoken about before, which I'm not going to really go into again, but this has been going on since 2018. This doesn't open up a website, put an address and get everybody's ETH and, you know, let everyone shit themselves until we see something actually develop, whether it be a nice dump and run or whether it be that they're actually genuine and carrying on. This is something that has been working for a long time. It's got such a great backing. It's got such a great community. Everyone in the Telegram group, I mean, I haven't gone into the Discord because I like to keep things simple. I'm only in one Discord group, and that's, you know, the oracles, and I don't like to mix it. I get too flustered with too many incoming messages and groups and stuff. So, but you know, I'm on the Telegram group, and it's awesome. You know, if you've got any questions, the admin and, you know, the developer Sonny himself is there to answer your questions when you need them. So this is definitely a safe platform. I keep calling it platform. This is definitely a safe smart contract to get into, guys, for the future. And again, I'm going to say it again, and I'm going to keep bloody saying this, and I hope this goes to $5-6 so I can keep telling you the same thing. Yes, we're at 207 now. You can think, oh, we've reached the peak. It might dump. Yeah, it might. Like I said the other day when it was at 180, but it might not. This might be $3 by the end of next week. It might be $4. So, you know, with these kind of things, I don't like to delay. You know, you know, you would have heard from my last video, I put 2 lots of Ethereum in. I put 5, then I put another 5. Ideally, you want to go in this large and hard from the beginning, just because of that 20% that comes out from the start, right? So keep that in mind. You know, if you're going to get into it, get into it. Don't say, oh, I'll test the waters. I'll put a couple of ETH in and I'll see. And I think if you're going to put anything, you know, less than 5 ETH, definitely, you know, look into the other strategy, which is constantly reinvesting, just so you can increase the amount of your tokens that you have here. All right. Again, the principle is here. The amount of gold tokens you've got is going to be how big of a dividend share you're going to be receiving. So ideally, you want to get this number as high as possible, which is great for reinvesting, because every time you reinvest all your dividends, like right now, I've got 2.5 ETH in dividends, right? Plus another 1.8, 1.9 on top of my 10 ETH that I had originally invested. If I wanted to, well, let's just take this number. If I wanted to reinvest this, I would have, well, let's have a look. I would have a lot more gold tokens. Myself personally, I'm not taking that strategy. I'm taking the strategy of waiting this to go up to 10. Now, let's not take this number as it is. I'm at 11.9. Let's just round it up. 12 ETH here, plus 2.5. I'm at 14.5 ETH. I'm almost at 50% profit here. When this number gets to 10 ETH, that means if I want, I'm not saying that I'm going to do it, but I can withdraw this number, that is 10 ETH. It's going to go back into my MetaMask, and it would have been like I've never even invested in this in the first place. Everything that's in this now is just free money. And what is that free money going to do, guys? Make free money. Okay, so that's the idea here. But again, I'm in this for the long term. I was in this last year, as I mentioned before. I was in it. If we look down at the chart here, I know you can't see it properly yet, but let me just do this. I was down here, you know, I entered in this, I entered around here. I was in this Oracle wave. I profited out of this, but I sold my tokens just so I could get into other platforms and other smart contracts at the time. And yeah, you know, in hindsight, I should have stayed in this. If I did, oh my Lord, I would have been laughing right now. But you know what? That was then. Lesson learned, never too late. Okay, you know that, guys. I've chucked in my 10 ETH here. I did it without even blinking. Especially when Oracle gave us the heads up. You've got to remember, guys, Oracle is a money train, right? Wherever he goes, the money follows. So obviously, I'm not saying just follow anyone blindly. Do your own due diligence. You're responsible for your own investments and money, of course. Okay, everything that we say as YouTubers is only our own personal thoughts, opinions, and experiences. So you have to take that into consideration. So anyway, let me kind of wrap it up now. Oh, someone else has put 20 ETH into the contract, which means you're going to see these numbers go up in a second. But yeah, look, this is a great contract. If you're still on the fence, guys, look, if someone's just bought 20 ETH worth into this contract, that's showing you that the traction is still there. We are nowhere near the peak of this. This is going to hit 4K. 5K, 6K, right? We've got index coming. That's going to be something I'm going to be talking about on another video as well. There's so many big developments that are going to come from this. This is going to smash, in my opinion, P3D out of the water. Okay, if you know what proof of weekends is. If you don't, Google it, research it. But this is going to blow this out of the water. The community is strong. I'm happy to say that I'm a fully proud member of being, you know, in the Gandhiji community, and big up to all the guys there for supporting me as well on my videos and showing my videos. I really appreciate that. So anyway, that's Ethereum Gold, guys, or Gandhiji if you prefer that UI. But most importantly, it's the contract FEC9A. Feck me. All right. So this is the beautiful thing. So that's Ethereum Gold. There's nothing else for me to really talk about it. Links are always at the bottom, guys. If you are interested in doing it, check those links out. Oh, by the way, before I forget, I've had a couple of people ask me on the comments, how do I get into the Telegram? Well, right at the top here, let me just explain what these do. Verified contract takes you to the actual smart contract itself, to the brains that I showed you earlier. The backup link takes you here, which is the Gandhiji site, which is, if you look, the numbers just reflect exactly what it reflects in the Ethereum Gold site. And you have the Discord button here, so if you click that, it would open into Discord. And you've got this little paper plane, and that is the Telegram button. All right, so you click that. If you've got Telegram as an app on your computer, then it will open up in the app. If you haven't, you know, find out. So yeah, that's Ethereum Gold. Another comment, while I'm on the subject actually of comments, let me think what people have been asking, because I have had quite a lot of interaction as well, you know, from the traction of these Ethereum Gold videos. I've had quite a lot of people asking questions, and one of the questions was, what is my percentage average of profit every day? Impossible to say. All right, it's not that type of platform. Don't think that you're going to be making X amount every day. That is the complete wrong way of looking at this site and this smart contract. It's about how many people are buying into the contract and how many people are selling into the contract a day. And with this kind of thing, it's one of these things that when you invest into it, look at it once a week. You don't need to look at it every day. I am, of course, because I'm documenting my journeys and I'm doing my YouTube videos, but you should be looking at this once a week. And every time you do, you're going to think, oh, beautiful, I've got this amount of dividends in there. Shall I reinvest it, or shall I hold it? And whatever your strategy is. So that's one of the questions. What was the other one? That's quite important. I can't remember now. I don't know. if you've got any other questions and stuff about Ethereum Gold, guys, chuck them in the comments below. You know what to do. Okay, take a deep breath on this one, big K. Right, EtherChain. I don't know how I'm going to tackle this part of the video, to be honest with you. The whole point of the smart contract is supposed to be immutable, right? It's not supposed to be able to be tampered with. Someone's touched my 2 fucking ETH. Don't touch my 2 fucking ETH. It's in there. So we will leave that there. What else can we talk about? Let me have some more coffee. All right. Is there anything else? I'm just thinking about food now. I'm going to go to a barbecue later. So moving on, what else have I got to say in the crypto space for today? I guess we can kind of put the price of Bitcoin at the moment. It's at 9,333. If you really cared and you wanted to know, the price of Ethereum is around 230. And that's it. I think I've run out of things to say. How fucking nice is that? My wife would disagree. She would never believe that would actually happen. No. I have got something to say. Right. I've been deliberating when to do this and what video to do it on. I'm going to do it now for you. Let me just find it. Right. Now, as you guys know, I haven't been in the YouTube space for too long. And, you know, I really welcome everybody to, subscribe and like, of course. That's mainly the goal, right, when you're on YouTube. But also to really interact with comments. You know, I mean, especially the last week, I've been getting awesome comments and questions and stuff on my videos, and I've been trying to respond to every single one of them, apart from the scammy shit like, you want to be friends? Duh. Right? So that's obviously fun and entertaining. But every now and again you come across, you know, a really good question, and you get to meet some really great people and interact with some great people. So I really enjoy that part of this. Every now and again you get a question that kind of throws you back and you think, all right, how do I tackle this one now? So we have this, and I saw this question well, as you can see, 4 days ago, or 4 or 5 days ago, should I say, from Mr. You know what, I'm going to call you Mr. Witter. no offense, I'm no stranger to awkward and hard to pronounce names. However, you know, I'm not going to try and get it all wrong, so I'm just going to call you Mr. Witter, if you don't mind. And this was a comment that he put on my video that I was just about to go into, and I went on a tangent, which was trading under the Oracle part 2 for the little guy, in-depth review. And this was my second YouTube video, I think. Yeah, you know, it was right at the early days. So and I was, you know, I watched it the other day actually, and I was quite happy with how it turned out, actually, considering obviously I'd hope I've improved a little bit in my presentation of my videos and stuff, but and delivery, of course. But that was my second ever video, and someone commented on it, and of course I commented back because I like to comment back to everybody. And I said to them that I'll be raising these questions in my next video, mainly because, as I said at the beginning of the video, you want to make crypto work for you. The minute I start having to work for crypto is the minute that I'm going to get bored and move on to the next thing. All right, I don't want to sit there and fucking type up a whole essay, Mr. Witter. I hope you don't mind. And I've put this on a video. So, you know, when I read this question, of course, I enjoyed the question to a certain extent, because there were some really good valid points and questions that you raised. There were a couple of things that wound me up, and I'm not sure if that was your intention to wind me up, or if it's just maybe you're translating from your native language to this and it's just come out that way. But it was a bit of fun. So let's just kind of tackle what you've got. So you start off with, all you did was show his videos and repeat what he said. You said nothing of substance. Okay, right, so let's tackle that. Nothing of substance, that's not exactly the most ideal way you want to open up a comment on someone's YouTube video, unless you want to piss them off. But you know, that's your own opinion, okay? And I respect that. My opinion is, I think there's a hell of a lot of fucking substance in the video. Why do I believe there's a hell of a lot of substance? Because, well, I'm talking about the Oracle, and I'm talking about the elements of that video at the time, which was all about the little guy, the guy who wants to invest and doesn't have a lot of capital, but does want to start trading. Now, I repeated what he said because if you did watch that video and you listened carefully at the beginning, I mentioned that I enjoyed the video so much, and I actually had a friend who was that little guy that wanted to get involved and wasn't sure if it was possible. So I wanted to do a video that was going to break down some of the important points that I personally thought were very important in the video. I mean, the whole thing is important. The whole video is important. But I wanted to raise highlighted points that I wanted to put my own thoughts and opinions on and condense it into one video, right? And if that got people watching that and thinking, oh, you know what, I really like the Oracle and his trading strategy, I want to subscribe to the Oracle, I want to subscribe to Big K, and I help somebody go down a path, then that's my job done, right? That's what I want to do. Now, by saying I had nothing of substance, you're maybe referring to the fact that I repeated a lot of what he said, but I'm repeating what he said and explaining why I believe that was the right idea. And I'm just, again, I was highlighting points, right? It was my second video as well, you've got to understand that. So me and my delivery of my YouTube videos wasn't exactly as good as it is now. But you know what, fuck that, I'm not going to make excuses for it. I still like the fucking video, and I do believe that there was a lot of substance in it. It's just your own opinion, and I respect that. But as we all know, opinions are like assholes. Everyone's got one, right? So let's move on. You then go on to some questions that are quite interesting, and actually I wanted to answer those, which was, how's the trading? Was it extensive? How responsive was he to questions during and after? So let's kind of take that in a bite-sized manner. The training, which I think you're referring to, the consultation, was very, very extensive. It was so direct, and it was actually so well put together that I had a whole list of questions, because before I had the consultation, you've got to understand, I'd been eager for it. I couldn't wait to have this consultation. I was like a kid at Christmas. I told my wife to go out with the baby. I had my notepads ready. I was ready to go for it. And I'd watched his videos over and over and over and over and over again in preparation for it. So I had a whole host of questions because I wanted to get as much out of the Oracle as I could out of my time. I didn't need to ask any of them by the end of it. And that's mainly because he answered all of my questions before I even had a chance to ask the questions myself. And that goes down to basically him being a very good teacher, okay, as well as, of course, an amazing trader, and doing everything that he does in his job is incredible to watch. But as a teacher, he's also as incredible. And I believe that I can back that up professionally, because I come from a teaching profession in any case, right? My background was a teacher, it was a professor of music. Now, of course, two completely different environments and industries. However, teaching isn't, and to be a good and effective teacher, you have to understand that not every student is going to have the same style of learning. So basically, you have to adapt as a teacher to put things in context to how that student's going to best understand it. And that is exactly what Oracle's really great at doing. And that's what you need from a teacher, because you need to be able to learn as effectively as possible from that teacher. So that's why it was super extensive, okay? How responsive was he to questions during and after? Well, amazing, because as you would know, if you have the consultation, which is the full package of the Oracle and the Oracle network, then you also get access to the Discord, of course. You can not go for the consultation and just get Discord access, although I recommend you do go for the consultation. If you're going to do it proper. And the Discord is basically, if you don't know what Discord is, it's kind of like I don't know how to even explain it, like an online forum of fellow members that can talk to each other and interact and all that kind of stuff. But the Oracle is on that 99.9% of the day. And the reason why I say that is because I sleep maybe 2-3 hours a day. That's just the way my body works, right? I'm constantly on the go. And then every few weeks I have a crash out moment, but then I'm back on it. And every time I look at the Discord, every time I go there, he's there. The guy is constantly updating his DTU, which is daily trade updates, and that's amazing. Just that alone, because you get the over-the-shoulder look at him trading himself, right? Which is incredible. It's not a call group. It's not a numbers group. It's not, hey, it's going to go up, it's going to go down. You get to learn while you're there, and so yeah, you have access to him there. So if you've got any questions, Oracle can answer in the Discord once you're in the Discord. But it's not just the Oracle there. That's the other beautiful thing. You have what we call the green wolves, and the green wolves in the Discord are the ones that have had consultations and are experienced, or maybe more experienced than you anyway, in training. And they're also very, very well adapted and aware of how to help out, especially if you're quite new to trading strategies and you haven't had a consultation yet and you're in Discord. So, you've got a whole community of people to help you out, not just the Oracle. But yes, the Oracle is constantly there, guys. I mean, even Christmas Day, the guy was working his ass off for the Discord. So yeah. How long did the training take? If I remember rightly, I think it was like 35-40 minutes, which was plenty. At the end of it, I was like, my eyes are opened. Right. Was it a single session? Did you have access to him afterwards as you're putting these lessons into effect? yes, the consultation was one single consultation. You can book and have another one if you want, like a top up, and I know it has helped some people in the Discord. I haven't done that. I've only just had the one consultation. And did I have access to him afterwards? Yeah, I've answered that here, right? So he's constantly in the Discord. And the burning question: if he taught you how to make money so easily, why are you making tons of these videos doing nothing but promoting his membership? And this is where you lost me again. You kind of gained my respect back with these genuine questions about the Oracle and Discord, but then you kind of lost me here. And I don't think that is your burning question, but we're going to move on to that in a second. But asking if he's taught me to make tons of money easily, why am I making tons of these videos doing nothing but promoting him? All right, so first of all, let me just put something very clear. I'm no fucking Avon lady, all right? I'm not a fucking door-to-door salesman going, hey, check out this product, check out this service. Okay, so I'm not promoting nobody. I'm not getting paid to promote anybody, okay? And if that's what you're insinuating, then no, okay? Basically, no. I'm doing these videos, okay, for one purely simple reason. I enjoy it. I enjoy talking about my own opinions and my own experiences in these platforms and what works well for me. Now, of course, the Oracle's trading methods have helped me in a super way, right? I've really made quite a lot of fruitful money just from that alone. And it's great, and that's why I talk about it. But you're going to say that I do the same with Ethereum Gold, whatever other platform I'm talking about, cash effects? No, I'm not being paid to promote them. I'm doing it because I'm expressing my own opinions on these things. So by asking if he taught me to make money so easy, why am I making tons of these videos doing nothing but promoting? You know what, I'm going to just end that there. I've said what I've got to say. It's very simple. Let's move on, because this is what I think your burning question really was, okay? All that would go a long way to making you sound like an honest and reliable reviewer, as opposed to just another dude selling stuff on YouTube. Well, first of all, thanks for thinking that I'm not an honest and reliable reviewer on YouTube. I appreciate that. And again, opinions, everyone's got a right to one, all right, regardless of what other people may think of it. So, you know, I respect your opinion there. I think I'm an honest and reliable YouTuber. I am as honest as I can be, other than just putting my bank statements and my bank accounts up for you to see. That's as honest as I'm going to get, and reliable. I would say I'm reliable, but anyway, I'm not going to argue that. That's just your own opinion. And then you followed with this. You said in part 1 of the video series that you trade on the side. Why only on the side? These are the questions people want to know. No, Mr. Witter, I think this is the question you want to know. And I think you've kind of you don't want to piss too many people off, and I'm not going to go into that. But you've asked about questions about the Discord, and that's completely fine. And I get that, and I respect that. And that's why I wanted to do this and answer these questions, because there might be other people who are interested in joining the Oracle and the Discord, and this could help them understand that a bit more better. But the one thing I don't understand, those kind of questions, really, if you wanted to know about them, could have been done to the Oracle and his team themselves. If you wanted to know how long the consultation is, do you have access to the Oracle after? All these kind of questions is something that you could have asked the Oracle's team and the Oracle network yourself. Okay, I can take for the benefit of the doubt that you wanted to ask somebody who's, from the other side of it, who's already had the consultation, and I appreciate that, and that's why I've answered your questions. But I want to answer this, where you say I trade on the side. And the reason why I trade on the side, I explained this at the beginning of this video. I didn't join and learn about trading the Oracle way just so I could trade my whole life. And I know there's a lot of people that just want to do trading as a profession, and they're going to be amazing at it, especially if they know what they're doing and they learn and follow the path that the Oracle has set. And I'm not going to go into too much about the pros of it all, right? I've done that before, and check out those videos, on my opinions on the Oracle if you want to know more on that. But as I said, I want to achieve financial freedom, okay? And I want to do that through various passive income streams. I don't want to just rely on a 9-to-5 job, which obviously I don't anymore, and I haven't done in years. I don't want to rely on just smart contracts. I don't want to rely on just Forex. I don't want to rely on just stocks. I don't want to rely on just one thing. That's the point. I want to have, as I said, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think I've got about 7 or 8 different income streams that are coming in, that are bringing in money. Now, whether it be $100 a week, whether it be $900 a week, they're all coming in, and they're all coming in from different angles. So when something like the coronavirus hits, as I explained already, I'm ready. Don't worry about me. I'm good. My family are good. And that has always been my push. The moment my kid was born, especially, I was like, there's no fucking way in hell I'm going to let my family suffer. I'm going to let my family struggle financially. I've been there. I'm not going to fucking let this happen to my family. You know? So, and I'm not going to go into I was about to fucking go into a rant on my own life story, and that will be for another video. But my main job is to never fucking struggle again. That's my priority. If I've got 8, 9, 10 different income streams coming in, beautiful. If I walk into my office, I look at the charts, because that's pretty much always the first thing that I do. I go, oh shit, we've got a great time to trade right now. I'm going to put in something. I do nothing but trade. If we're in a no trade zone, if it's not a great environment to trade at that time, or if I'm not going to be able to sit by my computer for the next 20, 30 minutes, I'm just in and out, I'm going to have a look at how my smart contracts are doing. I'm going to look at how Cash FX is doing. I'm going to look at the stocks. I'm going to have a look at my YouTube comments. I'm going to answer them. Or, if I've got a bit of time put aside, I'm going to do a video like I'm doing today. That's the point. That's why I do trading on the side. It does work, and it works fucking phenomenally well. Okay? Phenomenally well. I do amazing with my trading, and I have to say that absolutely damn fucking honestly. 2-3 weeks ago, I did a $4,500 trade. Now, that's not a huge amount to some people, but it's a fucking massive amount to a lot of people as well, right? And to me, it made my fucking day when I done that. It didn't take me a day to do it. It took me a whole host of 7-8 minutes. So what did I do? I thought, all right, I'm going to pull that. I'm going to turn it into fiat. I'm not going to keep trading it. I'm going to relax. I'm going to focus on some YouTube videos this week. I like to stagger things out. That's just the way I like to fucking do shit. That's just my own personal vibe. That if you don't like it, if you don't believe it for whatever reason, then I don't know what else to say to you. I'm not going to go into this discussion ever again. But, I just wanted to put those answers out there. So, Mr. Witter, I hope that has answered your questions as elaborate as can be. I hope I haven't been too rude in regards to your questions. As I said, there were some very good questions in there. But, you did put in some things here and there that did annoy me a little bit, and whether that was your intention to, or whether you're just a complete straight shooter when it comes to writing stuff on YouTube, and I respect that as well. Whatever, but I appreciate the time that you spent writing that question, and I hope you appreciate my complete honesty in my response. One final thing: if you don't find my information and my content useful, please feel free to unsubscribe. I don't want to be taking over your YouTube space. And rant over. I think that's enough for me today. Hell of a lot longer of a video than I thought for a Sunday show. But yeah, that's it, guys. That's my Sunday show done. My rant over, my expressions, my opinions, my thoughts, and all that shit is done. I hope you've enjoyed it. As I said at the beginning, please like and subscribe. All of the likes and subscribes and comments really do go a long way for my channel. I really appreciate every single one. Especially as I've just started growing, and I've been loving this journey all the way through. If you do have an alternative name to the Sunday show, I'm all ears, because I hate that fucking name, but I do want to have some kind of name and stick to every Sunday doing some kind of show. Well, they might not be as long as this, they might be shorter, some of them might be longer, some of them might be, I might even do live calls and do, if I've got people that are actually willing to come on live and talk to me. And we can change things up, but I do want to definitely have a Sunday weekly roundup, essentially, of how the week's been for me. So anyway, guys, on that note, hope you've enjoyed this video. If you're celebrating Father's Day, hope you enjoy it, have a great one, and I'll see you on the next video. Keep making that cheddar. Cheers.